Welcome to this episode of Maksim Outdoors from beautiful Bald Eagle State Park. You're not going to want to miss this episode. Stay tuned for words from our provider. Alrighty, well, good morning from Sayers Reservoir here. I'm just off the Howard Veterans Bridge here, and it is day number 2 here at Bald Eagle State Park. Today I'm going to be tackling the longest trail in the park. I believe it's 4.4 or 5.4 miles long. But yeah, I figured why not start my morning with a nice little foggy time lapse. It's my favorite time of the day here, and what a beautiful lake this is, the rolling hills and mountains and all that. So yeah, I got all these osprey flying around me right now. I got 2 right here, and I don't know if they just woke up or what, but there was 4 of them all together. One already flew over my head, but you can clearly hear them. Pretty awesome. All right, guys, well, it's about 7 o'clock. Trying to beat the heat, hoping the bugs aren't as bad as they were yesterday. But yeah, this is sort of part 2 of Bald Eagle State Park. As you can see, made it to the Lakeside Trail. If you want to do this trail, head on down to Bald Eagle Boat Launch, which is just about a mile away from the rustic campground. So I'm gonna head this way. I think this trail is about 5 miles, so hopefully we'll get done before it gets too hot. All right. So in the trail description, it did say that there are some remnants of the past along this trail and to keep your eyes open. So in case you missed the first episode, I'll just glance over it real quick. This area was very prevalent back in the 1800s, early 1900s. There's a big iron industry out in this area, and a lot of mills and furnaces and whatnot were built all throughout this area. All these trees were clear cut, and basically everything you see here today wasn't here, you know, back in the 1900s. This is all a very new second growth forest. So I guess a lot of these old furnaces and probably block walls and whatnot are still standing to this day. So maybe we'll get lucky and run into something along this trail here. So this park comes in at 5,900 acres, was established on the 4th of July in 1971. So on the scale of a lot of the other parks that I've done, this is on the larger side, one of the bigger state parks that I have hiked in, and named after an old Indian chief from, I believe it's called the Lenape tribe. But really good morning for wildlife. I thought, you know, it would be difficult to see a bald eagle here, but if you want to see one, get up early and basically just sit along any edge of water here, and can almost guarantee you'll see them. You know, I got down there around 6:37 and saw about 3 bald eagle this morning, saw a golden eagle yesterday towards evening, and then 4 osprey this morning. So it was definitely a good morning for wildlife, and I did manage to see a few deer as well. Saw 2 deer in the parking area of this trailhead. So far so good. Just crossing this little stream here, and I did notice this old chain here. So who knows, this might have been something from the old iron industry back in the day, or maybe the timber industry. But you know, a lot of times these creeks will flood and then push down stuff like this. But interesting find, I guess. I did find this weird looking sinkhole down here, but there's some boards and whatnot. It looks like somebody made a little fire down there not too long ago. But yeah, I don't know, maybe that could have been one of the old iron furnaces from back in the 1800s, 1900s, back long before this lake was here. Trail is getting nice and grassy again, and my bug family is back. I don't know how well you can see all these bugs in my face right now, but it's not the funnest trail. So of course I couldn't do a trail without the blazes just completely disappearing. Followed this little path here that looks like it would lead to the trail, and it kind of just stops here. So looks pretty thick back there. So I don't really know what to do. I head down here a little bit. Maybe this tree just fell down and is blocking the trail. I don't know. It's weird. Well, I don't know really what happened to the trail here, but it's basically gone. It just abruptly stopped. I don't know if a tree fell and they just never cleared this area out here or what, but I did see a blaze. Hopefully once I get up to that blaze, the trail gets a little better. I mean, this is what I'm on right now, and now I don't even see the blaze again. So yeah, this is the kind of things that kind of irk you whenever you're on the trail. So there's a little den there. I'm sure is living in there. Oh man. All right. So it does look like there's a clearing here. I think what happened is this tree fell here. Yeah, there's the trail. It looks like a couple trees fell back here, and it made it really hard to find which way the trail goes. So we found it. That's all that matters. I mean, how many people do you think use this trail? I mean, it's basically just a goat path at this point. Does not look like anybody comes back here, at least not recently. So trail just keeps getting better. Finally made it to this railroad underpass, and it looks like it might be closed. So I'm gonna have to probably hike up to the top here, check it out here, I guess, before I make any judgments. Alrighty, well, finally made it to the tunnel. This is actually the halfway point. And yeah, some good acoustics in here, walking right underneath the railroad tracks. And we'll be heading up towards Bald Eagle Mountain and passing through the old rustic campground before heading back underneath another railroad trestle. So pretty cool to say went through there. Here we are. This is one of two campgrounds here at Bald Eagle State Park. This is, like I said, the primitive section. So primitive that they even have this primitive stuff called gravel. So I did stay here last night, and my spot was right around this corner here. And I do want to say, make sure if you're a tent camper, do your research, because I got a site that had no tent pad and literally just a little patch of gravel. So you want to watch out for that. And no services here. Like, you're not going to have electric. There's no tie-ins. I think they do have a dump station at the end for URVers, but you'll be pretty much boondocking out here. It is a pretty nice, quiet, large campground. I think there's maybe 50, 60 sites out here. But yeah, I stayed at number 44 last night, and this is pretty much your typical site. You don't really have too much area, and the lake is right on the other side. All right, one more pass through the old underpass of the railroad here, and we will be right back where we pretty much started. Probably got another 2 miles to go after this, but everything that we're about to hike is what we've done this morning. So keep that in mind. Nothing really new to see after we make this left here at the sign. So I just wanted to recap the trail a little bit. So I did look at the mileage I did today. I was at 8.5, which I guess seems right with the walk bys and all that. And you could probably take off, you know, half a mile from me, you know, leaving camp and whatnot this morning. But overall, as nicely as I can say this, I wouldn't recommend that trail. It was very overgrown. 2 spots were pretty hard to navigate with trees being down. If you're, you know, an amateur hiker, new to hiking, it'd probably be pretty easy to get lost on that trail, and you'd have to turn around and head back. So I don't even know if it would be worth checking out really in the fall time. It is called the Lakeside Trail. You think you would get better views of the lake. There was, I think, maybe 2 or 3 spots that you actually were able to see the lake in a decent view. You can get way better views of the lake from the boat launches, like I showed you in the last video. But yeah, the ruins and remnants that were supposedly on this trail, I don't know, everything was obviously really overgrown, being it was the summertime, but the only thing I really seen were some old rail ties, some concrete drainage, I don't even know what you'd call them, and maybe some old stone foundations, but they were so scattered around, it was really hard to tell what they even really were. But yeah, so this is going to be the end of the little Bald Eagle State Park series of 2 videos. I just wanted to let you guys know, Lakeside Trail, I don't recommend. I really never give trails bad reviews, but this one wasn't maintained really at all. Very overgrown, very buggy. I'd be honestly surprised if I don't have a tick on me right now. And on top of that, I have 3 hours to drive home from here. So there it is. Sucked. I was really excited to check this trail out, hoping to see some old remnants, old you know, foundations and whatnot. But it is what it is. And one last look there at Sayers Reservoir. But all right, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. Sometimes we'll just have hikes like this, so we'll see you on the next episode. things I do for YouTube. I feel like Pigpen from Charlie Brown right now.